I'm back already with another internet controversy video. I was just about to watch Ethan Klein's video on this, but I decided that I want to talk about it before I watch that. So basically, from what I know, we're just going to get right into it. A moderator from the subreddit anti-work did an interview with Fox News. I'll just go to anti-work, please. This subreddit, from what I know, I've visited it a few times because I've seen I've been shared images from it. So it says, subreddit for those who want to end work, are curious about ending work, want to get the most out of a work-free life, want more information on anti-work ideas, on personal help with their own jobs, work-related struggles. Now the description, I don't think really represents what the subreddit actually does from what I've seen. Or I guess maybe it's a bit different because in the past day or so things have been kind of wild. But from what I've seen, it's kind of a place to share your struggles with your workplace or talk about. Basically, from what I've seen, it's a place where people can kind of join together and talk about how shitty the workplace can be. Not everybody here wants to be to get paid for doing nothing. I don't think that's necessarily what. What are you looking at, Gunter? Want to come? Want to come? No, then stop making noise. I'm just kidding, buddy. I love you. Here, I actually tabbed a good tweet that I think represents it well. It was posted on Reddit, but it's a tweet. It says, anti-work does not mean I should get to live like a king and to eat Doritos while other people do all the work. Gunter, come here, boy. Come on, come sit with me if you want attention. It says, anti-work does not mean I should get to live like a king and eat Doritos while other people do all the hard work. Anti-work means it sure would be nice if I wasn't impelled by violence to perform labor that racks my body with micro injuries that will leave me disabled by 60. So I think that kind of represents this subreddit well from what I've experienced in the past. Is people don't like how shitty the workplace can be. Yeah, Gunter, you want to say something? Do you want to speak into the mic? So anyways, that's kind of, from my experience, what I've seen this subreddit. Now, a moderator, from what and so I'm just kind of piecing together stuff, but I guess there was some sort of subreddit talked about, there was some sort of agreement that there would be no interviews conducted with the anti-work moderators, from what I understand. And what happened a couple of days ago is that happened. A moderator did an interview with Fox News. Fox News. Now, when you're a group that is highly you're a fairly leftist group. I don't know much about politics, but I do know that conservatives, like Fox News, panders to conservatives. So conservatives generally, I think, would criticize a subreddit for being lazy. Like, people don't want to, like leftists, people on the left don't want to work. Millennials, Gen Z are lazy and don't want to work. And so I think that's where a lot of the controversy comes. And I haven't watched this yet, so let's just get started.
Over 1.6 million subscribers. Joining me now is the person who operates this anti-work group, Dory.
Okay. So right away, we have this person who I gather is the one of the moderators of Anti-Work. Not a good look. Generally, when you do an interview, and I've seen screenshots, so I was prepared for this. But generally, when you do an interview, you kind of want to make sure you look good. You can see there's like a lot of clutter around. You want to like shower.
Doreen Ford. All right, so Doreen, why do you like the idea of being home, not working, but still getting paid by corporate America?
Yeah, so there's some misconceptions about the movement. So we're a movement where we want to reduce the amount of work that people feel like they're forced to do. And so we want to still put in effort, we want to put in labor, but we don't want to necessarily be in a position where we feel trapped. You know, you just quoted from Office Space, where that person feels very trapped in their job. I think
So far, I don't think this is a bad answer. I think representing what I kind of said fairly well. But let's see how this goes, because people are saying this interview was a disaster.
I think we're calling for a society where there's less of that. But yeah, absolutely, people still want to do things. They just want to do things where they feel rewarded and they feel like they're in a good spot in their life, and that their job respects them and stuff like that. You know, there's varying.
Yeah, see, that's kind of what I thought that Anti-Work represented. So, yeah.
So Doreen, but you're not being forced to work. This isn't slave labor. You've applied for a job. You've agreed to the terms and conditions of the employment, and
Did you see that?
You've agreed to the terms and conditions of the employment.
You can see the gears in his head are really turning right here.
And
I think a lot of and this person looks a little bit. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I haven't been like this. Like I go days without showering and stuff. But it's like if you're gonna be on a news channel, it's common sense to clean yourself up a little bit. And I see people saying that this is and gives, like, a Reddit moderator was interviewed, and this is the exact kind of person they expected. I mean, I don't like to. I mean, I'm being critical. I don't like to judge people on their appearance, and so, but generally, you want to be a little bit presentable when you go on an interview with a live TV station.
you know, you can walk away from that job at any time and quit. So I don't understand really what this is about, except it sounds like maybe people are just being lazy. Are you encouraging people to be lazy?
So I think laziness is a virtue in a society.
Ooh. Bad answer. I don't like that. Fox, and he got the answer he wanted. You can see him. He's just like, yep, my narrative is set.
Society where people constantly want you to be productive 24/7, and it's good to have rest. That doesn't mean you should be resting all the time or not putting effort into things that you care about. But I think one of the
What do you think is like a good work day? How many hours is you know, a solid work day in your ideal society?
Sure. I mean, I think as much as people want. I mean, I personally work. I have like a 20-25 hour work weeks, which I think is fairly good. So I would like.
I want to hear that again.
Hours is you know, a solid work day in your ideal society.
Sure. I mean, I think as much as people want. I mean, I personally work. I have like a 20-25 hour work weeks, which I think is fairly good. So I would like less work hours.
And what do you do, Doreen?
I'm a dog walker.
A dog
Okay.
walker. Okay.
Yes.
And how?
Yeah. So
How
I
old
find a
are
lot
you,
of
if you don't mind me asking?
Sure, I'm 30.
You're 30.
Oh.
Okay.
Doesn't look
And
30.
is there something you want to do besides being a dog walker? Do you aspire to do anything more than dog walking, or is that kind of your pinnacle?
I love working with dogs. If I had to do this for the rest of my life, you know, I wouldn't be super complaining. You know, dogs are wonderful animals. But
I don't know. So far, I mean, is the full clip? It's only like 3 minutes long. I wouldn't call so far this interview a disaster. I'd say that he represented the subreddit well at first, but it's pretty clear that he came unprepared to this interview. You can see when Mr. Interviewer, I don't know his name.
That doesn't mean you should be resting all the
When he
time or not
asks,
putting effort into things that you care.
What is ideal? You should work whatever hours you want isn't a good answer. Gunter, stop sneezing right there. You're gonna make too much noise in the microphone, buddy.
About, but I think one of the
What do you
issues
think
with
is like a
modern work-
good work day? How many hours is you know, a solid work day in your ideal
Right.
society?
Sure. I mean, I think as much as people want. I mean, I personally work. I have.
Yeah, as much as people want isn't a good answer. It doesn't represent. I don't know. It just seems a little bit like it feeds into the narrative that young people are entitled, and I don't think that. Sorry, yeah, I don't think that was a good answer.
like a 20-25 hour work weeks, which I think is fairly good.
Also, dog walker, I don't think is the labor intensive. Maybe it is. I've never been a dog walker, but I think a lot of these people that are joining the subreddit are people who are in like highly laborious jobs, like construction or something that's gonna and have demanding bosses that are like, whoa, you just being sick, you get the sniffles, you got to come in. And so I don't know if a dog walker really represents that well.
So I would like less work hours.
And what
I
do
think
you-
Say you're, yeah. I think I can tell that he wasn't prepared because he says, I work 25 hours a week, and that seems pretty good for me. But also, he says, I want less work hours.
a lot of people
Doreen?
I'm a dog walker.
A dog walker.
Gunter,
Okay.
Yes.
get down.
And how
Yeah. So
how
I
old
find a
are
lot
you,
of
if you don't mind me
Got
asking?
you scared of the bird.
Sure, I'm 30.
You're 30. Okay. And is there something you want to do besides being a dog walker? Do you aspire to do anything more than dog walking, or is that kind of your pinnacle?
I love working with dogs. If I had to do this for the rest of my life, you know, I wouldn't be super complaining. You know, dogs are wonderful animals. But I would love to teach. I would love to, work with.
I don't know if that's what. Oh, well, I don't know what they're pulling from, but work is pointless, humiliating. I don't know if that's exactly what they said. That being said, I'm prepared. Gunter, what? Okay, I need to take my dog out in a second. I just want to get through this really quickly. I don't think that work is pointless. No, I don't think if you were going to do an interview with a news network, I don't think Fox News was a good place to choose because they know what they want. They know how to get the answers they want out of unprepared people. So
Work with people and stuff like that.
What
on
would
that.
you
Yeah.
teach, Doreen?
Philosophy mostly, just
Philosophy.
introduction to philosophy, critical thinking, reason, stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I would love to take your class, Doreen. I would just be taking notes the
Jesse.
whole time. And you know what? A professor's a very similar schedule than something that you're imagining. So I think that actually might work perfectly for you. Listen, I think this might not be the greatest idea, but who am I to judge? To each their own, they say. It's a free country.
Jesse was actually pretty nice to him. I've seen Fox News people tear into people, but I think he's being nice. I mean, I don't know. I don't watch Fox News. I don't know this dude. He's being courteous, I'd say, but I think that also he's smiling because he got the big juicy story and he knows it.
Sure.
Not everything's free,
you know.
but it is a free country. Thank you so much.
Sure.
We got to run.
Yep. He comes in. He's like, I'm gonna ask him a couple questions right off the bat. He was doing fine around here. Around here is where he got the answer he needed. Laziness is a virtue. But I think so. This went pretty viral for being pretty cringe. Yeah. So this is kind of the point I was trying to make. It doesn't seem that bad, but oh, I didn't catch that. Yeah, see, fewer than 25 hours a week is like, that's rough. That's not, I don't think that's when, yeah, I don't think that's what represents the subreddit. Yeah, you know what, the part that says, when you know you're digging yourself into a hole when the Fox host isn't constantly interrupting you, that hit the fucking hammer on the nail right into the 2x4. You fucked up, dude. Because this guy got his narrative right away. Oh. Yeah. Oh, God. Okay, I'm not going to read these too many. I just want... So, there's... So this guy... he went on without the permission of the other mods. He kind of just did it. But also, it came out that I believe it came out that they were, here, let's look at this. Just going to read through this, try to skim through this really quickly. Okay, so they're doing some extreme damage control. So apart from that interview just being like cringe as hell, I think it came out that this person who went on the interview was an admitted that he R-worded somebody. I'm not going to go too far into that because I don't actually have the proof up on my screen right now. But it's just something to note because that is something that... Here, let's see if somebody... Oh yeah, and it came out that they had already planned to do more interviews even though they agreed not to. Anyways, I might go into the allegations in another video, but I did not want to leave this video without mentioning that they admitted at some point to R-wording somebody. But I basically just wanted to go over the cringiness of this on face value. This is... Yeah. bad interview. Bad interview, generally. I kind of went through it saying that he did kind of good, but I think I changed my mind because this guy's face, he knows exactly what he's got, and that is fucking gold. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. See you another day.